Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. On this video, I'm going to answer a few critics who have told me that it is unsafe to run my buddy heater inside because of carbon monoxide. For those of you who follow the channel, know that I've been involved in emergency services for pretty near 30 years. And carbon monoxide calls are very familiar to me. And in this video, I'm going to go over, does it actually produce carbon monoxide? And how is carbon monoxide formed? So stick around. Alright folks, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventures. So I have been questioned in previous videos about my buddy heater. Does my buddy heater give off carbon monoxide? And that some say I shouldn't use it inside, some say, you know, they've used theirs and they've never had a problem. My rig here is a 2018, so it came with a carbon monoxide detector already in. Now this device right down here is your gas, propane sensor, and your carbon monoxide detector. They are on all the time. They run off the 12-volt system. For this experiment, I have also brought in this device here. This is a carbon monoxide meter that is used in the fire service. Most of the chief's vehicles have these in it. So we have, Jax is playing around down here. So I'm going to be using this. It is measured in parts per million, and your normal carbon monoxide detector that you have in your house, they're normally set to go off right around between 30 and 35 parts per million. Is it harmful at that stage? It is not immediately harmful, but if you're in it for long enough, it will get to you. The OSHA, I believe, is 50 parts per million. If you can only be exposed to 50 parts per million for so many hours before you have to be removed from there. So once you start getting up to 80 to 100 parts per million, that's where it starts to become, in a few minutes, it will start to take you over. Once you get above 100 parts per million, you're really in, that's a really not a good situation. So how is carbon monoxide made? Well, first of all, think about the appliances in your house that has a flame in it. Your furnace, your gas stove, maybe a gas heater. My buddy heater has a flame in it. So it all depends on how that flame burns. There's from complete combustion to incomplete combustion. And I'm going to do a little experiment here, not experiment, but maybe a science experiment to kind of show you the difference between complete combustion and incomplete combustion. Now the tools I'm going to be using to show you complete combustion to incomplete combustion is my regular gas stove that I have here in my camper, and I also have a Coleman camp stove that runs on Coleman fuel, and it's this unit here, believe it or not, this unit here is 40 years old. My dad bought this in 1981 at the L&L Bean Company in Maine, and he's used it. My brother has taken it on trips for when he's gone out, and I now take it out, and it still gets used. But because this appliance is so old, it doesn't quite completely burn as well as it should. So this will be a good example to show you about incomplete combustion. So first of all, complete combustion. This is a propane stove. When you have complete combustion, you have the right mixture of gas and oxygen. Okay, when your flame comes on, we will turn on the flame. You can see a nice blue flame. Now this is where it becomes, and it's hot. It's a very hot flame. I'm going to turn it down a little bit here. That there is complete combustion, that nice blue flame. And how can you tell? When you have the blue flame is, it's complete combustion. It produces a lot of heat, and the byproduct of complete combustion is carbon dioxide and water, which is not harmful to people. Okay, so there's a lot of heat coming off that. That is an example of complete combustion. Now, it's also a good example of why you want to keep your gas stoves clean. You want to, because any particles that get on here, your grease, food that has spilled on there, that will start to plug up the holes, and so you will not have that right mixture of oxygen and gas to have a complete combustion. You'll start getting the yellow flames, and that's why it's important to have your furnaces cleaned and any gas appliances that burn. You want to make sure that their burners are cleaned around it, and so everything operates the way it should. Okay, so now that we've got that, here is my Coleman stove, and we're going to light this up, hopefully. We got a nice little... Okay, now that I got this lit, you can see, you can hear it quite well, and you can see that there's right now it's wide open. There isn't that complete mixture of oxygen and gas. There's actually not enough oxygen right now flowing for the amount of gas, and that's why you're getting this yellow flame. Once we start to back it down, now you see a nice blue flame. A lot of heat coming off that. There's that nice blue flame. That's complete combustion. When we start to add more gas than there is oxygen, you'll get that yellow flame. It's not that hot. I got my hand over it, and it's not that hot. It's not burning right, and that is incomplete combustion. And we crank it back down to where we get the nice, that's warm, that's warm. So that is complete combustion. Alright, so to prove my little device here works the way it should, I'm going to start up Old Faithful here. It's only been started one time since I... there we go, look at that. So, there's the exhaust, and there's the meter. We are about 5 feet away from the exhaust, and we'll see, oh, it's starting to pick up. We're up into 70, 80. Now we're up over 300. So we're up 400, 500, 600, 700. So now we're going to come back out over here to fresh air, and we are dropped back down 0. Okay, folks, well, welcome back. It is now getting into the evening hours. Sun is just going down. It is about 45 degrees out. It's supposed to be down to about 20 to 25 degrees tonight. I am going to start up my buddy heater, and we'll get this thing going. So there you can see the nice blue flame right down there. And now I'm going to set it up on the low. And it is just about going. You can see that my cord goes out the window right there. And we will go out the door here to the back side where it comes through the window there and then down to my tank. Get an initial reading here. So it is on, and it is 0, 0, 0. This will be parts per million. And right now, coming off there, I'm about 18 inches away. I don't want to get too close because of the heat coming off it. And we are at 0, 0, 0. I don't know how well that's showing up on the camera. But we're going to close the camper up. Jax and I, Jax, Jax and I are going to go out and throw the ball around for a while, and then tonight is the NFL draft, and I'm going to be inside the camper here. Well, it's been 15 minutes, and so far, zeros on the carbon monoxide meter. And I'll come over here and hold kind of above it and in front of it. And as you can see, there is zeros across the board. Now that's 15 minutes in, and the outside temperature is about 45 degrees. Jax is ready to go back out and throw the ball a little bit more. Go out and throw the ball some more. So we're gonna spend some time outside, but I got the heater going, and the meter is still reading 0. That is sitting here on the counter. So we're going to go throw some ball around some more. Alright folks, welcome back. We're creeping on to 2 hours now with the heater running. And this has been sitting on the counter right here. And just across the way is where the heater is. So right now, we're reading zeros all the way across. And it would be, we're another 7 minutes and it will be in 2 hours since this has been running. Alright folks, it has been 3 hours since I started the buddy heater. The meter has been sitting here about 4 feet away from it. It is at 0, 0, 0. It is about 28 degrees outside. It's nice and cozy in here. But the buddy heater is going along, and the meter is 0, 0, 0 after 3 hours. Jax has been snoring away over here, and I'm watching the NFL draft over here. So I'm going to say it's pretty safe to say that these buddy heaters, as long as they are in good shape and burning well, they don't emit carbon monoxide. And I mean, this thing here, you saw in the test that it picks up carbon monoxide pretty easily. So as long as you have a good flame that is burning correctly, I don't see the problem with having a buddy heater inside the camper. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to follow the adventure. Thanks for joining.